everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, because I don't have a proper introduction, is going to be part 2 of the Brushy, I'm saying that so funny, the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary tour. Wow, what a great tour I had. Brushy Mountain was so fun. Now, this video is going to be a personal tour with George, an ex-inmate. So, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to put this up for you guys. I'm super excited for you guys to see it. I'm super excited for George to see it. So, I'm saying so a lot, but I'm just appalled at how good the first video turned out. This one is going to be a little different. It's not going to be as choppy. It's not going to have as much layover as the other one did. But this one is going to be his personal story, which I think will be very, very, very interesting. I just want to take a minute now to thank George personally for taking the time and giving us the tour and helping us understand a little bit better about what it was like staying in prison. Now, I know I said in that first video that, we were enjoying prison. But honestly, putting it into perspective, I wouldn't want to be in prison. I'm not one of those types of people that would make it because I'm such a baby. So I really enjoyed hearing his take on what he experienced and things like that. In the tour, you will see all of that. He took out the time to honestly lay it all out there for you. If you ever go to Brushy and you tour and you see George, let him know that you saw my video because he is honestly really good at touring. So, I don't know about the other guy. I didn't really see much of him. I saw him maybe twice. But I really wanted to hear what George had to say. He, to me, just clicked and was like, ask him. And I was super nervous about it, but I did. And I'm super glad that I did because I had such an amazing time. He got to tour us around and help us understand a little bit more about the grounds of the prison. And I was okay with that. I mean, I wasn't mad. So I hope you guys do enjoy it, and George, I hope you enjoy it. It's been a long time, but I finally have my MacBook back. I'm able to edit. I'm able to put up videos, so this one's for you, George. I hope you guys enjoy it so much, and I'm going to go ahead and do an outro because I know I'm not going to have an outro in this video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that post notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. I'm also going to link George's Instagram down below because he made one shortly after our trip to Brushy to put up his tour pictures and stuff. So I think that's really interesting. George's Instagram will be linked down below. If it wasn't for his daughter, I never would have known about it. So thank you, George's daughter. And until next time, stay cool and be you. Bye! Okay, so I met one of the prisoners that was here before they closed, and he's going to take him a little break, and then he's taking us on a tour. So I'm going to film the whole thing. He said he'll tell us a couple of stories. He knows that we're YouTubing, and he knows what's going to happen, so I'm excited. He's really nice, so hope you guys enjoy this next clip.
January of '84. I'm an ex-security guard. I come in here with a target on my back. If they had any idea, I wouldn't be here to tell you my story. I come from a long line of police officers. And a step-grandfather was a sheriff back home. My dad was a lieutenant on the city police department and a constable. I was bonded through a security agent to the sheriff's office. I worked for Lake Tansy. At the time, my wife was going to quit her job, go to school and become an LPN. I blew up a country club. Ain't nothing to brag about. Nothing to brag about at all. When I come in here, I done this in '83. When I come in here, I come through them gates right there. Guess who brought me? My dad. He didn't want me to be shackled. I had a charge partner. I've always been fascinated with things going boom. Several years before I done what I done, greenhouse was blowed up on gas explosion. I blew up a country club with the money and made it look like a gas explosion. I used 16 sticks of dynamite, used a wind-up alarm clock to make my timer, and drenched it with gas, 38 cents a gallon, regular gas, back in the old days, leaded gas. It blew 200 yards this way. Thank God it didn't blow this way, because 75 yards to my left was a condominium with people living in it. Like my daddy said, I'd have been on death row. My daddy brought me when I come here. The guard opened the paperwork up and said, "Is this some kind of joke? George White Sr., George White Jr.?" My dad said, "No, this is not a joke." He said, "How can you do it?" My dad said, "It's not easy." I shook my daddy's hand for the last time when I come through that gate. The guard said, "Straight ahead." Got over here, this is called B block. B block, in the background, hear all this chatter. Look at the fresh meat. Look at the fresh meat. I'm scared to death. Don't know what's going to happen. Take me to D block over here. D block, they strip search me, make sure I don't have any contraband, any weapons on me. Draw blood out and make sure I don't have any diseases. The cell you sleep in, the cell Sonera, bunks mounted on the wall. You take your left hand and touch the other wall. That's how small they are. Next morning, the guard gets up, comes in there and says, "White, pack your stuff, you're going to B block." I said, "What about Joel?" He's my charge partner. He's not going. I'm going there by myself. I don't know what's going to happen. Put me in 6-on-1. 6-on-1. Guy been there before me, been there 21 days. Made his little marks, 1, 2, 3, 4 with a slash mark. And I thought, will I live 21 days? I was in there 100 days nearly before I got out to go in population by myself. In population, I was on the yard crew. There was 5 of us. Used 2 push mowers. Take 2 days, we push mowed this whole prison. Get sunburnt, something terrible. But guess what? I wasn't in my cell. That cell, I know for a fact, I had a diary I kept. James Earl Ray had been living in that cell at one time. He painted little red dots all over the wall. He just drove me bananas. That's how I found out it was James Earl Ray. After I asked the guard, "God, who done this?" They told me. Finally, they let me have a paintbrush. They got to paint it all back white. I got tired of looking at it. This is it. This is 6-on-1. It said number 16 on it now, but it was 6-on-1. Number 6 cell, number 1 wall. And this is where I stayed for nearly 100 days before I got put in population. Back in the day, you can see it was painted good back in the day, but now look at it. I mean, it's been sitting for 9 years too. This part didn't exist. I'm going to take you to the other side and give you an idea of what it looked like when it's more opened up. Come around here and I'll show you that side. So you can see over here, what it used to look like over there is opened up. When I first come in right after New Year's, January of '84, right after Christmas. Well, I thought it was Christmas decorations they had going up through the sails going out the windows. All the sails had these little wires going out. It was red, green, blue. I thought, well, this is Christmas decoration? I said, "No, George, it's for TV antennas." I said, "What do you mean TV antennas?" If you had a portable TV, all that concrete still come in real snowy, come in real, couldn't see it real good. You took a Coke can, you rub it on the concrete. Make that top of that Coke can fall off. That concrete would eat the top of the can off. Take a pair of fingernail clippers, cut your notch into it. You take that tin can, you could unravel it. Time you got done, first can bit about this long. Take about 4 cans, you tie them together. Say the bottom Coke can with this much right here. Leave the Coke can on there, put water in it. The guy that works out here is called a rock man. He's the one that gives you a broom. If you look, you see the sails are higher than the floor. That way when you sweep your sail out, the rock man will take sweep everything back down so it wouldn't come back in your sail. Nothing in here is done for free. They have that antenna taken and throw it out the window, cost me a pack of cigarettes. Back in my day, a carton of cigarettes was $4.95. Cigarettes, there's your money in here. You could buy anything you wanted with cigarettes. Right. Anyhow, he took and threw it out the window for me. I hooked up to my TV antenna, on the telescopic antenna, pick up WBR, channel 10. I got to watch the Heartland series in there. That's where I was first out during the series started. Been there for 21 days. I looked at March on that one. If I'd have seen that, I would have thought I was going to die. I mean, it looked like he'd been there forever, you know. Just to give you an idea. Here's another picture down here. We're kind of a picture. It shows you some of the artwork that went on. Just give you an idea of some of the artwork that went on here. If you look, see how the plugins are white looking? They make what they call spark lights. Some of the guys couldn't afford matches. So what they do, take your lead pencil, take your razor blade, slit that wood, break that wood off that lead. You have a piece of lead about this long. Break that lead in 3 different pieces. Take one, stick it one plug in, take a shoe and put it in there. Don't even shock it. Take the other one, do the same way, tap it in there. Third piece, take toilet paper, wrap around it, called a spark light. And 2 pieces of lead sticking out, it sparks like welding, catch toilet paper on fire. That's how you light your cigarette up. You come in here, you can't have a lighter. The guard will take your lighter away from you, give you a book of matches and tell you to split them. I said, what do you mean split them? Take that first match and tear it off, get down over your turret and prell it. You got 2. You got a book of 40 now. Because some of the guys couldn't afford matches. So you'd have 40 there instead of 20. I made $17 a month when I worked on the yard crew. That just gives you an idea. Like I said, some of the guys didn't have no money at all. Some folks didn't have no money sent into them. I first come in here in the commissary, I had $20. I was a kingpin. I had the money, you know. Come here, I'll show you the vision gallery. Your family come in through them doors right there when you got a visit. You come in the door like we just did right now. You got a 1-hour visit. That 1-hour visit meant everything in the world to you. You wasn't in your cell, but you were with your family. It meant everything in the world. When you got a cold drink for the commissary, it'd be warm. And here, there's a Coke machine up in the wall there. And Coke's back in my day were a quarter. I would drink as many as I could in that hour's time. Because it's ice cold. I'd come out here burping out my nose and everything else, but it was good and cold. That meant a lot. After that 1-hour visit, it was like a big dream. It was just a dream in your heart. My dad rode his motorcycle up there one time. Rode his Harley. And that whole time he was up here, and it was cool weather, I held my daddy's hand, and his hands were cold as ice. But when he left, I told him about the yard. I said, listen, listen. See if I can hear my dad's Harley. In the background, you heard it go, walk, walk. Everybody clapped for me because they could relate that was my dad. And it was a memory in your heart. You try to cherish everything in your heart, you know. Come here, I'll show you the chow hall.
When you had visitors, did you get any contact with them, or was you?
No, you could sit there and hold their hands or whatever, but no, you know, there were no. Now there was guys out front. This one guy come in here, and she come to see him. She's pregnant. I thought, gosh, what's he want with her? But out front, they can get away with things like that. When the guard wants to smoke, they go run in the bathroom. I tell my family, don't look. But this is where we figured ourselves. This is where some of the most gruesome things went on. You see, some of the inmates had knife cleavers, shanks, because they was cutting up meat all the time. They have some of the worst stabbings that went on was in a place right here. It was one of the worst places. Down here, just gives you an idea, but look at the walls, the pictures, the things you see, the artwork. To me, the one down here with the guy on a hammock is neat. To think of that, it made you think he wasn't here. I mean, if you think about looking at it, you know, he's in paradise. I mean, this wasn't paradise. It wasn't be no Hilton by no means. That just gives you a general idea. Here like this. Used to, Walmart used to be called Big K back in the day. When you went through the checkout, there was a knife you could buy for $4.95. I seen that same knife brought in here and sold for $100. I seen that same knife get stuck in a boy's ribs. Remember wooden matchboxes about this size? $40 for marijuana. The old boy bought it, got hoodoo. It wasn't full. But I finally got to go into population, I had to sell it. There wasn't one of these. But when I went home, my mom and dad had a microwave, and I was so amazed by the microwave. Because they wasn't one when I went in, but when I come out, everybody had microwaves. It's just something, you know, it was just sort of neat to me. I showed you B block a while ago where I was in that sale nearly for 100 days. And when I got put in population, the first 6 sales on A block was part of population. Here's where I got to be put at, 4 on 1, A block. If you look at the sinks, they got push buttons on them. We could have instant coffee, but you wanted it hot. There hadn't been iced tea coffee yet for us, you know. But anyhow, that's where we had to push the button. Well, it took forever. No boy that put me in here with has been here since 1974. Jimmy was his name. I come in here in April, he done been here for 10 years. It's matching like a lifetime. His fan went bad. He's going to show me how to make a stinger. I said, what do you mean a stinger? We cut the back of his fan cord off and showed me how to make a stinger. Take the wire and spread it where he cut it off. Got copper wire exposed here, copper wire exposed here. He tied a razor blade to this one, tied a razor blade to this one. Take wood matches, put in between them, so they don't touch each other for insulation. Took sewing thread, wrapped around them razor blades so it wouldn't fall apart. He's fixing to plug it up, but I'm thinking fireballs and everything. We don't, electricity and water don't match, you know. I'm thinking, boom. He's laughing at me. I'm figuring out I can't get out of here. I'm stuck. Meanwhile, he sticks that in the cup, plugs it up. Got hot water that quick. That's how we heated our hot water. That's how we heated our hot water up. Just to give you an idea. That's just how we heated our hot water up. Come right here and I'll show you another place where James Earl Ray stayed. They say this is one of the last sales James Earl Ray was in at one time over here. He was probably in several of them, because while I was here, in my 2.5 years, I was moved around 5 different times. So there's no telling how many times he'd been moved around. So I told you a while ago, 6 on 1 with James Earl Ray, and then number 28 was one of his too, but there's no telling how many that he had previously while he was here. Over here in the museum part was called the Law Library back in the day. That's where they stabbed him to death there, where they sent him to Nashville. And over here's where this one is. When I worked on the yard crew, all you got to look at when you're on this side of the wall is this is the view you got, which is a good view. But I got to climb on top of the chapel one time to take some windows down. They had some windows they were going to put somewhere else. And from up there, guess what I could do? I could look over the wall. I could look over the wall and see people moving around in cars. And that was something you take for granted, you know. Mm-hmm. The slump house, you look behind the basketball goal there, can you see the slump house? That middle on that? That's where the slump house, that's where I worked at. Well, back during the day, they was trying to get federal grants in here, and I got to stay out till 1 o'clock in the morning painting it to make it look good for the federal grants. Guess what I got to see when I stayed out till 1 o'clock in the morning? I could look up and finally got to see the stars at 1 o'clock in the morning. We never was outside ourselves in the dark at all. But it meant something to look up and see the stars, something you take for granted. Come around here and I got some else I'll show you.
Good on battery? Yeah.
Right here, count number 10 up, what do you see?
Battery.
See that battery with a string on the other end of it? That was tossed out from a higher cell to be lowered down here. They had something tied to it to either be taken up or be lowered down. You can let your imagination think what it might be. Just give you an idea how things went on. A lot of people don't know what they was looking at when they say that, but I did. I've seen it go up and down before. Not just there, but several places down through here. Just give you a rough idea. Come over here, I'll show you C block, and that was the rest of the population. I'll give you an idea of what went on over there. This is C block. C block had all the population. I showed you them cells a while ago as population. This is the rest of us with population. There used to be 3 sets of walks. Now it's just one great big room. I can't believe it changed, but that's been 30-something years ago. But they had changed it, made it some kind of classification or something, I'm not for sure. But back in my day, you look through this window right here, you'll see a window back here on the back side. That was my cell, 8 on 1. If you look, there's no ventilation, so we have a 14-inch fan, all done with blowed hot air on you. Got to take a shower every day, but you only got to wash your sheets once a week. So you imagine how we sweated. During the wintertime, it would blow heat down the hallway there, but all it done on the outside wall was made condensation, made it sweat. Well, Luke, I'm thinking about, why's Luke holding my blanket for? I woke up, my blanket was frozen to the wall. That's how cold it was. That's how cold it was. I told my mother during visiting day, I never told my mama nothing else because she cried. That's just part of life. You don't tell your mama nothing. I cried too, but I cried in here. Couldn't cry on the outside. Come around here and I'll show you some more things. My cell. But it was already gone. They done confiscated it because this happened in '82. But BJ liked to shoot up K4 Delatas. He had a syringe he wanted me to keep hid where the gunnery had been kept. The needle on the syringe is usually about this long. Can you think of a needle ever going dull? He used it so much, rubbed it on the concrete, the needle's only about that long. I showed you that picture where I used to work out. Back in my day, I had some blood veins sticking out while I was pumping iron. He said, George, I'd give anything for your highways. I said, what do you mean my highways? He'd shot up so much, it looked like he took a black magic marker and went down his arm where he collapsed in veins, but he shot up so much. Just to give you an idea. But come here, I'll show you where the gun was kept at. You notice, you can feel the air. If you come around here, give you a general idea about these mountains. Now these mountains go around this right here. When it rains down here, you notice all these drains? It will come a major flood. I mean a major, major flood. The first year I was here on July 4th, it rained for about a week. Our toilets overflooded. So you can imagine what that smelled like.
Yeah.
It would rain so much in here, this was a breezeway. This was called operations on the other side, but this is called operations. Operations, that's where the guards were, and their radios and everything, and their weapons, where they didn't want water coming in there. So we'd stay out, the army man pushing this water through here. Stay up all night sometimes pushing the water out. The guards would pay us for 2 sandwiches and a cold drink. When them ice cold drinks tasted good, but they traded us, you know, they would trade us. Come right here and I'll show you this other thing. This is our post office. This is where we got our letters from. That's where we mailed letters to, right there. Well, we got commissary. I told you a while ago I'd get carton cigarettes for $4.95. Got them right there. If you had money in the commissary. Little Debbie snack cakes, fudge rounds. We had one kind of Brushy Mountain right here. I'll come over here and I'll show you where a gun was kept at one time. And the C block is on the other side of this wall. We can't get in there because they got it messed up and all that. But see this pipe? This pipe goes in the C block. BJ, the one I told you about with the gun and the syringe, wants me to hide the syringe for him. Put my knees up against that pipe right there, see that metal plate? That metal plate would turn. That's where the 25 automatic was kept. They used when they shot the 4 black boys. They killed 2 and they wounded 2 of them. That's where I kept this syringe head at. My job, when I worked in the slump house, was to get BJ the thermometer out of there. This Iceman come back. Iceman's one of his shot and didn't kill him. My job is to get the thermometer back out of there, give it to BJ, give him a syringe, so he can draw the mercury out of the syringe and stab Iceman with it to kill him. But they shipped Iceman out front, so BJ didn't have to do it. I didn't have to go through it either. Just keep it rough right there. This is where my cell was, 8-on-1. That pipe come through like this right here. I was just showing you a while ago. It comes through here, turned up through here. Back in my day, there wasn't one door here. There wasn't no windows on it. There were cells on both sides. That's when my blanket froze the wall I told you about. The guard used to let us take a sheet to hang over our toilets so we had privacy because there were cells across from each other. That way we didn't have to look at each other. David, in this cell right here, was sweeping the cell out one day across from me. Taking the broom, he was acting silly. The broom went through the ceiling. I said, hey, something ain't right. The broom shouldn't went through no concrete. But inmates before us, they made a false ceiling out of cardboard. They painted it so much, it looked like concrete. Had all them knots on there. It was made out of cardboard. pulled the cardboard down, there was knives hid up there. That was the inmates before us. There's those things that people have thought over the years, but somebody way before us had done that. Give you an idea. Come around here and I'll show you some more things. See that picture, right? Okay. Jay's an older convict to me, inmate. You go by the inmate rules. Back in the day, we had to go in the upper yard every so often to pump iron. Our weight benches used to be up there in the corner. We had 3 of them. This time of day, there'd be one in the shade, 2 of them be in the sun. We wanted the one in the shade because you're going to burn up. You want the one in the shade because you got an hour to pump iron. Back in the day, you come around the other side to come in the upper yard. This one boy took off running up there, trying to get to the one in the shade. Jay said, George, go beat him. I was pretty fast in my day. So I took off running, I outrun him. Got there before he did. He'd been here longer than I had been. He'd been here since he was 18-year-old, this boy. They're killing the guy with a knife. He's 30-year-old. We're standing nose to nose, spitting on one another. We're not fighting, but we're arguing. Finally, he backs off and sits down in one of the sun. Well, I'm thinking he thinks I'm weak. Curling bar weighed 22 pounds without any weights on it. Jay's sitting in the one in the shade. We don't put collars on it. The other way, Jay's bigger than I am. He puts more weights on. I take him back. I've only got an hour to pump iron. I'm thinking he thinks I'm weak. So I look at Jay and I said, am I weak? Am I weak? Guess what Jay done? Thank God he did. He shook his head no. Because if he hadn't, in my mind, being weak in here, the same difference as walking around touching your toes. You can't be weak in here. Thank God he shook his head no, because in my mind, I was going to take them weights off and pop him in the head. I had no other choice. But thank God he shook his head no. Back when they put that chain link fence up later. They done that because of the concerts. Keep people from going up against the wall, you know, the natural wall. But back used to, that was all slate coming down through there. And it was just so slick, you just fall going up it. I mean, there wasn't no escaping. See, if you look, Brushy's only got 3 walls. One of them's a natural mountain. See, if you look at that corner wall back there, that's where James O'Reilly went over. That's where they constructed the ladder and put up. And there's a guard tower there, and then behind the building there's another guard tower. They said when it was all going on, they constructed a fight over here in the corner to draw all the attention to the guards. I mean, the guards looked that direction. That guard sat there, I reckon he was asleep, when I was told. After the guy even shot the last guy going over the wall, he was still asleep. But that was just part of it. I mean, that's the story I was told, you know, just give you a rough idea. But here's where we played softball.
Can you watch?
You see where the fence used to be. That was mounted up through there. It went up here to the corner of the gym. See this plate up here where it's mounted? Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you couldn't just walk through here. This was all fenced in. This was a slop house area. Back in my day, this wire cage didn't exist at all. Not whatsoever. That door there goes in the chow hall and everything comes out. We called it slop. But I had access to the kitchen. They had to show a hand-me-down thing about how to make the jewelry. See how that ceiling is up on the block here? Back in the day, some inmate before me took the plywood and broke it off the wall. When you break plywood, what does it do? It splinters. Put it back up, paint over it, looks normal. But I'm showed where it's kept at. Pull that panel down, take a gallon mayonnaise jar, and you have to have yeast for your rising. Make your mix-ups. All we had was cornmeal, self-rising cornmeal, yellow. You mix that, sugar, and orange juice together is what we had for juice. Let it ferment up in the ceiling for about 3 days. 3 days to get red hot and be cooking. You pour it off and cut it again, make it a little more stronger. You could tell everybody that drunk it, because you didn't sip it, you downed it. And when you downed it, everybody had a yellow cornbread mustache. You could tell they drunk it. Last time I made it was in '85. The guards know it's being made because it's December 17th, and they know somebody's making something for the holidays. Well, I make it to give it away. It's my last time I make it. I make it in a 5-gallon bucket. They're up there looking for it. Guess what George makes it at? Right here in front of them. I have to keep the hot water running so it don't freeze up because it's December. because hot water is what I used to clean out the swamp house with. I used a 5-gallon disinfectant bucket, thinking they won't look in it because it says disinfectant. I have access to the kitchen. I use 6-gallon mouth cleaner, put down the side of it. Put all my ingredients in there. I take the water hose, gotta leave it running. I lay it around it, throw it on top of it, lay it around it, throw it on top of it, running. The water runs off down through it to the trench. Takes over a week, but it works. I give it all away. Everybody's out here doing this number here. Whoa, filling their oats. One of those boys is out here wrestling. In here, we're not allowed to wrestle. We had this buddy of his had mirror sunglasses on. His buddy slapped him off. He catches him in midair. The guard tower over there thinks it's a shank. Thinks he's fixing to stab that boy. Boom! We all freeze. Uh-oh. They locked us all down, but guess what? We all had a great day.